If you guys looking how to make any property, hunting property you own, better for more daylight, big buck movement, not nighttime pictures, daylight. Right here, spruce trees. We're planting some spruce trees to screen off the road, screen off the neighbor's house. It will give those big bucks the security they need where they can't see cars driving by all the time, especially if it's a nice buck. People are gonna stop and gawk, you know, get their binoculars out, get their phone out, record them. They don't want to deal with that in the daytime. They're only going to take certain routes at nighttime by the road. So these spruce trees, I'll show you guys an aerial. I just planted 75 of them at this farm to screen off this road behind me. The road is right here behind me. These spruce trees, bare root spruce trees, 2 to 3 foot, blue spruce, Norway spruce, about $4 a tree. So super reasonable. April, May in Wisconsin in the Midwest to pick up a bunch of those trees, get them in the ground. I put some weed mats on them just to help with the weeds out here. A lot of canary grass. I don't want to be pulling weeds all the time. 75 trees, can't. No way I can keep up on all that. So throw some weed mats on them. Call it good. They're looking really good. I planted them about 3 weeks ago. Everything looks great on them. So I'll show you what this looks like. And some of the best properties I've hunted on public, I shot a real great buck right off the road like this. And the reason those nice bucks were bedding off the road is there's a big line of spruce trees, so they feel safe. It really gives them that security cover, creates a windbreak as well. I had a giant buck I was after. I ended up getting shot by the neighbors that I saw bedding right underneath a big Norway spruce. I saw them a few times. They like, especially on those real windy days, they feel safe. They'll bed right up close to these trees. So one of the best things you guys can do to make any property better for more daylight, big buck movement, is get some spruce trees in the ground. Neighbor's farm right across the road. Road's right there. Those spruce trees are right along that creek down there, all along the road. If you guys watch my corn, the broadcast corn food plot, here's what's left over. Pretty much nothing. But here's my food plot. That's some giant deer in the daytime, but or nighttime I should say, but not the daytime, because why? Well, you got a road right there and a house. You get a screening of spruce trees right there. Those deer are gonna feel safe. You got nothing but open fields behind me here, far enough off the road. I'm gonna make this food plot behind me, which we're doing. We're gonna do some milo and soybeans back here this year. It was corn last year. We're gonna try milo and soybeans. Make sure to subscribe. You'll get notification. That video will be coming out in a couple weeks. Get milo in early June here in Wisconsin. So I'm excited to try that. It's a grain sorghum. I need more bedding with all the open egg I got behind me. So we're gonna get some milo and we're gonna throw some soybeans in there as well. Give them something to munch on. That's what we're doing with the spruce trees out here, guys. So I spaced these out pretty close. That way if one or two don't make it, I'm still gonna have that screen where no one from the road can see my food plots that I'm screening off out here. I don't need any people driving by, gawking, scaring all the deer away, as well as 3 houses that we got that can see the property from where they're at. So that's why I planted them real close together in case one or two don't make it. Spaced them about 6 feet apart. So let's show you guys these trees. Road is right there. I'm in the Midwest, I'm in Wisconsin. Some of the best spruce trees that are going to hold up to our winters are the blue spruce and the Norway spruce. Those trees hold up. The white pine is a good tree, but deer like to chew on it, and they're not as hardy. Big winds, heavy snow can break the branches. These blue spruce, Norway spruce, they'll hold up just fine. So one of the best things you guys can do to give back is plant trees on your property. We got way too many big farmers nowadays wiping out all the fence lines, all the ditches, clearing out every little piece of wildlife habitat, deer habitat, pheasant habitat. Where'd all the pheasants gone? Well, we're taking away all their habitat, turkey habitat, birds, not just deer. We need to create some more habitat. The best way to do it is plant trees. So every year I put in about 200 trees this year. We did spruce trees this year, which are going to be great. Nice thing about spruce trees is they're year-round screening. I'm in Wisconsin, obviously oaks, maples, you know, you get 4 or 5 months of screening out of the year. But come hunting season, November, prime time here in Wisconsin, I need something that's still holding leaves. So spruce trees obviously are a good choice there to make big bucks feel safe in daylight. So it's a great property. I've killed 2 great bucks the last 2 years, but you can always make a property better. So you guys don't have to break the bank planting these spruce trees. Find a good nursery. Bare root nurseries are about $4 or $5 a tree. 2 to 3 foot, you can see they're pretty good size. Spruce tree here. If you buy that potted, some places charge you 30, 50 bucks a tree. So buy bare root, get them in the spring. Definitely recommend that. And they're pretty hardy. They'll tolerate a lot of different soils as well. So they're looking really good shape here. All right, guys, just checking in on our apple trees here. So, you know, we're talking about spruce tree planting, but I put in 14 crabapple and kefir pear trees out at this farm, and just got done putting the cage on them and the weed mat on them. So that's going to ensure I use the Irish Spring soap, as you guys saw. That was just because it takes some time to get the cage on. I actually had to go purchase the cage and the fence post. Not too bad for 24 trees total. It's about $300 in fencing, and post I got on sale for about $4.50 a post. So they were, I don't know, $200 or $300 for post too. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but if you're doing the work, planting the trees, you want to make sure they last, and this fencing is going to be good for a couple of years, long enough for these trees to reach maturity, so I won't have to worry about them. So I'm glad I got them fenced off, took the time, spent the money, do it right, especially that weed mat down around, and then I can mow around the outside here. But yeah, let's check them out. 14 crabapple and kefir pear trees fenced off. The weed mat. Just caged them off actually. Use some Irish Spring soap, which is a temporary deer deterrent, which works really good. But I don't want that coming up on hunting season, even closer, especially not during hunting season, because deer will associate that with humans. Therefore, they will probably not stick around the area, at least in daylight hours. So, especially those big mature deer. You might fool some younger deer, but I don't want to take any chances with those big mature deer. So they're doing really good. They've been in the ground almost a month now. Already getting some blossoms on them, you can see. So check out my apple tree video and make sure to subscribe. I'm not selling anything. I'm just doing this, sharing my passion with the outdoors and creating the best whitetail property I can. And we'll get back to the spruce tree planting. Really good sized trees. So yeah, make any food plot better, planting spruce trees. we all get those nighttime pictures of big bucks, but do your bucks feel safe during the day hitting those food plots? Well, you get a good screening of spruce trees people can't see in. That food plot immediately is 10 times better for big mature deer. I'm talking 4.5 and older. So plant spruce trees, you won't be disappointed. Hope you guys took something away from this. Get some spruce trees in the ground, bare roots. You don't have to break the bank, and make that property even better than what it is. All right.